What's up, YouTube? Thomas L here with Fine With My Family opening this week. I decided to do my top favorite food sport movies because there's been like tons of really amazing female sport movies over the years. So with that being said, here's my list. Coming in at number 10 is a really critically underrated film, and that is The Bronze. The Bronze I simply loved. This movie was completely funny. I mean, it stars Melissa Roach, who you might know as Bernadette on CBS's hit show Big Bang Theory, and she used to be like a really famed gymnastics, but now years later she's pretty much living off of her father, played by Gary Cole. She is a drunk. She drinks. I mean, she's not a likable person. I'll just put it that way. And so one day she decides to actually train like a young gymnastics star named Maggie Townsend, played by Haley Lou Richardson, and it's a really good competitive feature film. Melissa Roach, I thought, was terrific here. I mean, she was really funny. The Bronze is kind of like it's kind of in the vein of Bad Santa, Bad Teacher, kind of those type of veins. And also, the film also has Sebastian Stan in it, and there's like a really weird, and I mean weird, sex scene with Melissa and Sebastian. I'm not gonna spoil what the sex scene is because I look at the box office numbers of this movie, I highly doubt many people even seen the film or even heard of it. So, but the is completely hysterical. It has lots of heart. I also like the chemistry between Roach and Richardson. Their chemistry is pretty good. I mean, if you guys never checked out The Bronze by now, do yourself a favor, give it a go. It's really hysterical. All right, coming in at number 9 will be Battle of the Sexes. Now, this is actually the true story film about the famed tennis match between Billie Jean King and Bobby Riggs. I never really. Of course, I wasn't around in the '70s, so I never really saw it firsthand. But I actually seen like a YouTube clip of it. Man, pretty interesting match there. Anyway, really good inspiration. Stars Emma Stone as Billie Jean King and Steve Carell as Bobby Riggs. And I thought Emma Stone as Billie Jean King was really amazing casting. She was really good as that role. She actually did score an Oscar nomination for this because I thought she was that good. And Steve Carell as Bobby Riggs was really good. I mean, Bobby Riggs seemed really sexist. I mean, I don't know much about Bobby Riggs or anything, so I don't know if he was really like that in real life. But in the movie, they made him very sexist. Like, there's like one scene where Bobby, that he loves his woman in the bed and in the kitchen. I'm like, wow. I'm kind of glad that Billie Jean King pretty much beat Bobby Riggs because he deserved to get beaten. I mean, like I said, I don't really whatever. So, I mean, I didn't really knew much about the whole Billie Jean King and Bobby Riggs stuff till maybe later on in life. But I mean, the inspiration behind this Battle of the Sexes was terrific. I mean, if you guys never checked out Battle of the Sexes yet, check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. And it's a real good feel good feature. All right, coming in at number 8 is Girl Fight. Now, this is actually the breakthrough performance by Michelle Rodriguez, who, of course, went on to appear in the Fast and Furious franchise, Resident Evil. She was just in Widows. I loved her in Girl Fight. Sorry. Anyway, Girl Fight is a movie. Rodriguez, she was terrific here. I mean, I think it's probably her best performance she's ever given. She was amazing. And the boxing scenes that feature her in it was pretty cool. It was from the same director of Jennifer's Body and that movie Destroyer. I think the director's name is Kona Kusamaya. I can't really pronounce her name that well, but she did a really good job at directing. I mean, if you guys never checked out Girl Fight, I highly recommend it. I mean, it's a really good, feel good boxing film with a good performance by Michelle Rodriguez. And it shows how good of an actress Rodriguez can be. I mean, there's lots of people who think Michelle Rodriguez is a bad actress. Yes, if anyone thinks she's a bad actress, do yourself a favor and watch her in Girl Fight. You won't be disappointed, trust me. Coming in at number 7 is Soul Surfer. Now, this is also based on a true story and stars Anna Sophia Robb as Bethany Hamilton, who lost her arm while surfing one day by a shark. And I mean, Bethany Hamilton, that woman is strong. I mean, till this day, she still surfs, and I've seen like clips of her surfing and all. She's actually really good. I mean, that woman knows how to surf well. And I mean, Anna Sophia Robb as Bethany Hamilton, I thought was really amazing. The movie was also directed by Sean Maguire, who recently directed that volleyball movie, Miracle Seas, I think it's called. He did a good job at directing. Of course, you had Helen Hunt. Dennis Quaid was great in this. It's a really good inspirational film. It's a feel-good story. And I mean, if you guys never seen Soul Surfer, check it out. It's really amazing. And man, the story behind Bethany Hamilton is really inspiring. Coming in at number 6 will be Blue Crush. Now, this also stars Michelle Rodriguez and Bosworth. I think that's the other actress's name. And also stars Matthew Davis. He was pretty good here. But I mean, in it pretty much stars Kate Bosworth, Rodriguez, and Sona Lake as a three roommates who pretty much decide to have like a surfing competition and like played by Michelle Rodriguez, played by Kate Bosworth, I meant to say. Actually, falls in love with pretty much she falls for a quarterback named Matt Tillman, played by Matthew Davis, and so like she pretty much she of course falls with for him in the process. I mean, Blue Crush is a really good surfing movie. It's probably one of my favorites, to be honest with you. I really like the chemistry between the three leads. The surfing scenes was pretty good, and Michelle Rodriguez. I mean, she was pretty cool in this show. I mean, she did a movie about surfing. It's good when it comes to sports centered films. And they also did like a sequel to this, which went to DVD, and that was horrible, by the way. Where it's at, it's really cool. Ooh, sorry. Anyway, if you guys never seen Blue Crush by now, I highly recommend it. Coming in at number 5 is I, Tonya. This is, of course, the true story about Tonya Harding, who pretty much was very controversial back in the days when she was doing her skating stuff. And I mean, Tonya Harding, let's be for real. She was not a likable person at all. I mean, not her, but her ex-husband hired her Kerrigan, so Nancy Kerrigan compete with her and all. And of course, Tyler Harding ended up being banned from figure skating community. But I mean, what Tyler Harding did to Annette's character was just awful. And I thought the movie that they did about her was terrific. You had Margot Robbie as Tyler Harding. You had Sebastian Stan, Paul Walter Hauser was good in this. All right, coming in at number 4 is Million Dollar Baby. Now, this movie was directed by Clint Eastwood and also starred Clint Eastwood. Morgan Freeman was in this, and he won his Oscar for this film. Hilary Swank was in this. She won her second Oscar for this movie. I mean, Million Dollar Baby is really fantastic. Clint Eastwood did a good job at directing. Hilary Swank gave an amazing performance. The boxing scenes with Swank was pretty cool. And I believe the film was nominated for Best Picture, if I'm not mistaken. It's a really terrific movie. If you guys never checked it out, it's another sport movie worth watching. Coming in at number 3 is Bend It Like Beckham. Now, Bend It Like Beckham is a really terrific soccer movie. I mean, it was actually the earliest movie of Keira Knightley. She was really terrific here. And it stars Paul Mender, the strict Indian parents played by Anupam Kher and Shahan Khan. And so, she's not really permitted to play organized soccer, even though she's 18. And so, when Jess is playing for fun one day, her impressive skills are pretty much seen by Jules Paxton, who's played by Keira Knightley, who then of course convinces Jess to play for her semi-pro team. And so Jess of course uses some excuse to hide her matches from her family while also dealing with she also ends up having romantic feelings for her coach named Joe, played by Jonathan Rhys-Meyers. The director was pretty good at directing. I mean, Negra was pretty good starring as the lead. Keira Knightley was great. Really dug the soccer scenes. It was pretty funny. It was inspirational. And it's terrific. I mean, if you guys never checked out Bend It Like Beckham, definitely give this one a go. Coming in at number 2 is Bring It On. Now, of course, this is the famed cheerleading movie featuring Kirsten Dunst. Gabrielle Union was in this. Eliza. And Bring It On is terrific. I mean, it's a really amazing film. Good performances. Kirsten Dunst was pretty cool. The cheerleading scenes was decent. And it was also directed, by the way, it was directed by Peyton Reed, who, of course, went on to direct the Ant-Man movies. So you kind of had this movie to thank for Peyton Reed, doing Ant-Man. And I mean, Bring It On is really cool. And they also did a few sequels, which some of them were alright, some of them not okay. But the first film is the best. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend it. And I believe it turns 20 next year. Oh, boy, feeling old. Anyway. Alright, coming in at number 1 is A League of Their Own. A League of Their Own is fantastic. I mean, it's really inspirational. Good performances by Gina Davis, Lori Petty, Tom Hanks was in this, John Lovitz, directed by the late, great Penny Marshall, Gary Marshall was also in this. It's a terrific film. Of course, it features the classic line, "There's no crying in baseball." I mean, Tom Hanks he played the coach really well. I mean, he's probably one of my favorite on-screen coaches. He was terrific here. I mean, he of course is like coaching a all-women's baseball team, and he did a really good job at this. Penny Marshall did a good job at directing. This movie has some pretty funny lines. It got released in 1992, and you know what? The movie still holds up today. You know, I mean, it's an amazing film. You know, it's inspirational. It's inspiring. Yeah, if you guys never had a chance to check out A League of Their Own by now, do yourself a favor, give A League of Their Own a shot. I think you'll enjoy it. But let's be for real. Who haven't seen A League of Their Own by now? It's definitely also one of the best baseball movies out there. It's terrific. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. Number 10, The Bronze. 9, Battle of the Sexes. 8, Girl Fight. 7, Soul Surfer. 6, Blue Crush. 5, I, Tonya. 4, $1 Million Baby. 3, Bandit Like Beckham. 2, Bring It On. 1, A League of Their Own. Now, there's loads of other ones I could have added. Let me pull up the list. The Drew Barrymore film Whip It is a good one. The film Stick It, which featured Jeff Bridges, is a decent one. The aforementioned America season is kind of underrated. That's actually a really good film. National Velvet's a good one. Let's see. What else I could have added? I guess The Ropes is a good one. Rigged. Run the Track, which of course featured Brie Larson way before Captain Marvel. Love. Let's see. Ice Princess is a right one. The Cutting Edge. She's a Man with Amanda Bynes. Got Gracie. Soccer Mom was alright, I guess. Blue Crush 2, no thank you. Queen of Katrai was pretty good with Lupita Nyong'o. Although I don't know how chess is a sport movie, but anyway, definitely not the next Karate Kid. That movie was horrible. Anyway, let me leave to you guys. What are some of your favorite female-led sport movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.